is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
And this is our review of the McFarlane Toys Stranger Things 7-inch scale Ghostbusters Dustin, Mike, Will, and Lucas action figures. That's a lot to say. So there they are in the package. I think this is a Gamestop and Think Geek exclusive. And it is $69.99, which I think is a little cheaper than I expected because like the figures by themselves are usually about $20, so that would be like $80, but instead you're getting it for $70, so it's like $10 cheaper than I think it should be.
Plus they have some very large accessories.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. When I seen these, I wasn't sure if they'd actually have the Ghostbusters symbols on there, but they do. I guess they actually got permission or got the rights to use the Ghostbusters name and got the symbols on their sleeves, so that's pretty cool. And I like the way this package looks too. Just the way they have them displayed in there. This looks pretty good. Like for the people that like to keep their figures in package, I think this one looks really nice. And they actually have a Season 2 picture on there. Unlike Punk 11, who has a Season 1 picture. And it wraps around onto the side. And then on the back, you can see a picture of them again. And then there's the other people you can get. This kind of makes me wonder if they were to make a Mad Max, if they could make her in a Michael Myers outfit also. Okay, let's open this up now. Okay, so there they are, all opened up. And I think this set is pretty cool for what all comes with. Like the backpacks and how the hoses wrap around and they can hold them, and it comes with the trap, and Dart comes with the camera. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure. Some of the boys looks like they have different head sculpts. I'm not sure if they all do, but that's kind of cool that they have some different heads. And on our set, they got the name tags right, because in the show, Mike and Lucas both wanted to be Venkman, so they both have Venkman on their name tags. And he's Stans and he's Spangler. And none of them wanted to be Winston because all these guys are really into science. And Winston was the one member of the Ghostbusters who wasn't a scientist. He was just some guy that came up and wanted to join later in the movie. So none of them wanted to be Winston. Even though he thought he should be Winston because they're both black.
I think it was also partially because he wasn't an original member too, because he joined later. I think they say that in the show. Yeah.
I already mentioned they each come with backpacks, and the little guns, or whatever you call them, are attached by the hoses. And the little trap's attached by a hose to his backpack. He also comes with a little dart and video camera, and then each have a stand. So that's all the accessories, which is a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing we noticed is the body sculpts. Dustin and Mike have the same body sculpt, and then Will and Lucas have the same body sculpt. So there's only really two different ones.
It does look kind of funny on Mike, but
yeah.
I mean, they're baggy suits, so it's not that big of a deal.
No.
He does look a tiny bit bulkier than he should, because he's a skinny kid.
But then that doesn't make Will and Lucas the same height.
Yeah.
I think Will should be smaller. So I guess we'll start going over them. Let's start with Dustin. I thought his face was a little weird on the other Dustin figure, and I think once again it's a little weird. I don't think they got it quite right. Something is just off with it, I don't know. And then he's got this big giant hair, which is really nicely sculpted.
Yeah, he's got some glorious hair.
Yeah, I think he just looks too big. Like, all over too big. He just, I don't know. But has the same problem with the other Dustin figures. He just seemed too big. But they did a pretty awesome job on these suits. Lots of nice detail in the wrinkles and seams and everything. And then there's a little bit of paint on them. You can see they got the name tag on there. And there's the Ghostbuster symbol, which looks pretty good. And here's their homemade, what are they, proton packs, I think is what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Which looks pretty good too. And Dustin's is the only one that has this. Like he's the one, Stans I guess is the one that has the trap. And you can see it's attached. I don't think you can pop that off or anything. The trap's on there. I don't know if the trap opens. Yeah, it does. Kind of fell apart, but that's pretty cool. It opens. You can stick a dart in there.
Yeah, so you won't lose him because he's tiny.
Yeah. But doesn't he stick them in there?
Yeah, he does.
So, yeah.
Remember, he's like banging around in there trying to get out.
That's cool. You can stick. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know you could do that until just now. You can stick a dart in there. That's pretty awesome. Also, you can stick his little gun thing over into there. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of detail on that. Got a little warning symbol. I just can't imagine when I was a little kid having a suit this detailed, because I was a little kid in the 80s, and I just never seen costumes that were like as good as that. They were all so crappy back then. I'm sure some people had good costumes, but I just never seen them. So here's the two different Dustins. Ah, he fell and died. I don't know, they kind of look like different kids. I mean, they look kind of the same, like they'd be related maybe?
I'm not even sure which one of those looks more like him.
I'm not either. I think they just got it off on both of them. It might have to do with paint or something.
Well, I do think the skin tone on the older one's a little bit better because he has darker, like tanner skin.
Yeah. But, yeah. That's cool getting two different versions of him though. So here's the mic. And you can see his proton pack doesn't have the trap attached to it. This thing and all that. And as you were just noticing, all their backpacks are different, so I guess we can look at that real quick.
Yeah, they all have slightly different paint.
Well, his has the different stuff on it.
Yeah.
These three have sort of the same stuff on it. Just, yeah, like you said, just painted differently. Like that has a little button or something on it, and that one has like a scale of some kind. And then the buttons are painted differently on these two. The wires are different colors on these two.
Mm-hmm. And the warning symbols, some are lighter and some are darker.
Yeah. So that's cool that they're not all exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it says Venkman on his little name tag. Oh, I do want to, that reminds me, I want to mention that if you look for these at GameStop, make sure they got the name tags right. Because I've seen two people post online that both Dustin and Mike in their pack both said Stance, and that's not right. So make sure all the name tags are right. That Dustin should be Stans, Mike and Lucas are both Venkman, and Will is Spengler. These kind of look like little shotguns in a way. It looks like they made it out of...
that looks like a vacuum cleaner attachment.
And I think that's a rubber band gun, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a vacuum hose.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they use to make all this stuff.
Random crap.
Yeah, once again, they didn't put the freckles on Mike. Yeah, he's definitely got different hair this time. And it's a different face, too. Sort of the same expression.
His complexion's different. He's a little bit paler, but I think he should still be paler than that.
Yeah.
Well, in this pack, Will, Mike, and Dustin are all kind of the same skin tone.
Yeah.
And Will and Mike should definitely be paler than Dustin. Dustin should be a little darker.
Mm. And here is the Will figure. You can see there it says Spengler on his name tag. And, oh, there's a little mark. Got a little red mark on his arm. That ain't a big deal, though. So, they did make him kind of skinny and small like he should be. And here he is next to the regular Will from Season 1. See, the figure's a little bit taller.
He still kind of looks a little bit like an alien, but not as bad.
Yeah, he really looks like an alien on this one. But this is the only one I've seen so far. I haven't seen any more regular Wills in store yet, so I don't know if the paint job is better on some or what. But they did update his hair, and it's different face sculpt. So that's cool. That's kind of funny that there's also the upside down Will, so he has 3 figures. The kid who's barely even in the first season has 3 figures now. And here is Lucas, and like I said, he's got the Venkman on his name tag, and a little symbol there. Now, one issue with him is his eyes on ours is a little bit messed up. But they had, I think, there was either 3 or 4 sets at the GameStop I was at. And it looked like his eyes were messed up on all of them.
We got a little bit of the skin tone paint on his eye where it should be white. That's what it looks like happened.
I mean, in a way, it almost looks like he's just squinting or something, but I don't know why he'd be doing that.
Tiny bit cross-eyed or something.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
No, I didn't notice it until I got right up in his face looking at it.
So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it looked like all the ones at the GameStop I was at had them, so who knows, maybe all of them are like that. You see the head's quite a bit different because it has no headband on like this one did. Because he had his Ready for Battle headband on. And he does look like he's just a little bit taller this time.
Mm-hmm. Definitely has thicker eyebrows too.
Oh yeah. So they all got different shoes. Although it looks like they have this. Looks like Mike and Dustin have the same sculpt, but they're painted differently.
I think it's true with the other two too.
Not really. Well, that's not a big deal.
You can't tell. I mean, especially with these two, it's hard to tell they're the same, but I think they are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. They're just painted differently. But that's okay. They're just shoes. Barely even noticed. Here's a look at the video camera. Little camcorder. It looks like there's a spot for a hand to go in there. Maybe I'll try to get this in somebody's hand at some point in this video. Got a little bit of paint on the wire though. But that's cool they came with that. So there they all are next to Punk 11, who's also from Season 2. But she's not around them when they're dressed like this.
Or when she's dressed like that.
Nope. But they really need to make Mad Max in her Michael Myers outfit. But also a regular Mad Max too if they do that.
And she needs to come with a skateboard.
Yeah.
I really liked her.
Yeah, I hope they make her, but they haven't shown any previews yet, so I don't know if they're going to. And there's a little Dart accessory. When this was previewed, I don't even remember that Dart came with it. I may have known it back then, but if I did, I forgot. Because when I seen it in the package, I'm like, oh, Dart's in there. So that's pretty cool. And like you're saying, I really, really like that this opens up and you can stick them in there. Because I didn't even realize that. I just figured it was a solid piece. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Dart's painted pretty well for how tiny he is. So there's the kids next to the actual Ghostbusters. So I guess we'll look at them each next to who they're supposed to be. So there's Dustin next to the Ghostbuster he's supposed to be. Ray stands. And there's look at the proton packs.
Totally accurate. Looks just like it.
Still better than I would have got when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah. If I'd have made it, it would have just been a black box with some writing on it.
But yeah, that's cool. Color of the outfits is different, but I mean, we're basing this more on the kids getting it right in the show, not the figure. And there's Will next to Ego and Spangler. We already really seen what the proton packs look like. They're different.
These guys all have some weird ass names.
Yeah. And there's Mike and Lucas next to who they dressed up. Venkman. Peter Venkman. Who I think is probably most people's favorite Ghostbusters. At least mine.
If I was going to dress up as one, it'd be him, so... I agree.
Ray's pretty cool though. Because he's such a goofball. And there's Lucas next to Winston Zedmore. And this is who Mike thought that Lucas should be. Now, as for articulation, guess we'll just go over one of them because they're probably all going to be pretty much the same. The head's on a ball joint. Then at the shoulders, go up like that. And then it can bend about that far. The elbow. And it can spin.
You can bend the elbow backwards.
Yep. Spin at the wrist. And I think, yeah, there's a hinge there too. Go about that far. Okay, turn the torso. Yes, you can. And then you can do put this one on there. Got it.
Do a really good split.
Yeah, you can do a full split. You can kick out. You can kick out pretty far too. You can sit down real good if you wanted them to. Go back. Then the knee could bend about that far. And could turn.
Almost 90 degrees.
Then the ball joint at the ankle, but kind of limited. So articulation is pretty good on them. Okay. So I really like this set. I think they did a pretty awesome job on it. All the gripes I have are kind of minor. For me, the biggest thing is just Dustin. Like, his face I think is weird again, and also I think he's a little too big. But then also Mike is a little too big. But I love the proton packs, how they did them.
I love the fact that they even made this set. Because it's not something I would expect to get, and I think it's pretty cool they made it.
Yeah. And I really like that the trap opens up and you can stick dart in it. That's really cool. And I like the trap itself.
Yeah, it's really nicely made. And I've been wanting... I want them to make a Mad Max really bad. And now that you keep saying it, I really want them to make an alternative version in a Michael Myers outfit.
Yeah. They made a Funko Pop of that. So, yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I'd really like to do that. Well, it's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Go back. Hey, so where's Lucas? I don't know. He should be here. Hey, guys. Lucas, hey, what's up? Wait a second. What? You're not supposed to be Venkman? I'm Venkman. You're supposed to be Winston. Nobody wants to be Winston. He wasn't even a scientist. And he wasn't even one of the original members.
What the hell? What the hell do you mean you guys don't want to be me? I ought to kick your asses all up and down the street. There's nothing wrong with me just because I joined later. And just because I'm not a stupid scientist doesn't mean I can't be an awesome Ghostbuster, kick some ghost ass, you stupid kids. Oh, I should just kick your asses right now. But I'm on school grounds and I might get in trouble for that. But if I wasn't, asses will be getting kicked.
Damn! I want to be Winston. That was badass.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh,